I'm back with another Front Row Talk podcast, a podcast with expensive opinions. Before I get started, make sure you subscribe, you like, you comment, and you share this video. Make sure you check the description down below where I have my link for my Instagram and TikTok. Make sure you check last episode 117, where I talked about Boston Celtics winning the NBA championship. Shout out to them. I know the Boston Celtics fan base is still, happy. I seen that they had like a whole parade or whatever, and Jaylen Brown lost his ring or whatever. But yeah, I mean, I wasn't really tuned in after, because I'm not a Celtic fan, so I wasn't really tuned in after the whole, championship stuff. But shout out to them. But this episode, I'm gonna still keep it around the NBA. I'm gonna talk about the off season and what it's looking like it has to offer. It barely even started, but so far it's been a lot of rumors, a lot of back and forth. And I know definitely by the time you guys are seeing this, probably some trades are made or probably more rumors come to light. And probably even a week from now, some players or some teams may look totally different. But let's get started into this episode. So it is Thursday, June 27th. Damn, bro, June felt like it's been here for the longest. So much has happened this month outside of the podcast or whatever. I don't know. I just feel like June is dragging on. But yesterday it was the NBA draft. Not gonna lie, I had no type of aura. some key names, of course. But compared to like last year's draft or the year before that, it felt like, I don't know. It didn't have so much attention, at least to me. But to get on topic and get to it, so let's just start off with, what everybody's been talking about, or I feel like it's the biggest rumor, or the rumor that I've entertained the most. Let's just say that Paul George to the Warriors. It has not happened yet. By the time you guys see this, it's Friday. Who knows if it happened by then? But yeah, Paul George to the Warriors. So Paul George made it clear he wants a 4-year max deal. Warriors said, "Hey, we're willing to give him the 4-year max deal." Paul George also said he would like to stay in the West. The Warriors are in the West. And the Warriors' situation is a bit shaky at the moment as well, because Klay Thompson doesn't know if he want to re-sign. He's probably still trying to make a tough decision. So it's like people are saying, hey, if Klay Thompson doesn't re-sign, we'll have Paul George come in behind him and take his spot. And it's kind of crazy because Klay Thompson is such a he's part of the top 3 of the Warriors, who's been together for the longest. And just for him probably to about to be out Golden State right now is kind of crazy. But it is what it is. What can we do about it? I would like Klay Thompson to re-sign. And people also in the organization are also saying the same thing. They're like him to re-sign. But Paul George, though, I feel like he'll be a great addition to the Warriors. And I don't really want to entertain it too much because it may not even happen. But I would like for it to happen. I just don't want us to give away too much. As in, give away guys like Wiggins and Kuminga. I know one of them are going to go, but both of them going is kind of crazy. As long as we stay with one of them. Unless, of course, we use them for another, big trade or another type of trade to make the team better. I'm not, in the front office, so that ain't none of my worries. But, of course, as a fan, I want them to do the best thing, to get Stephen Curry his 5th ring before he retires, which I still think is possible. Not like some other people who think that Stephen Curry's championship window is completely closed. But yeah, Paul George will be a great addition behind Steph. I feel like they'll be a top 5 duo in the NBA, probably top 6. I feel like they'll be really, really good. And I feel like, the Warriors need somebody like Paul George who could catch and shoot, got his own bucket. Wiggins is doing that 2022, or not at Paul George's level, of course not. They're 2 different players, but he was doing that, and it got us a championship. So with Paul George, if everybody stays healthy, if we probably add more pieces, of course, We need to have depth before anything. We could have a good chance, to go deep into the playoffs and probably make a finals appearance. So yeah, let's see how that happens. But a lot of stuff been indicating that he may land on the Warriors. Just got to be patient. I know there's a lot of stuff happening behind closed doors, a lot of meetings, a lot of calls being made. What else? DeRozan, he might want to leave out a Chicago, yeah. So he might go to the Clippers. Is the rumors that's what's being said. Klay Thompson, they're saying that Orlando Magic has the highest chance to land in him, and then behind Orlando is us. He re-signs with us. Um, what else? I mean, that's really it for now. To be honest, it hasn't really been many like rumors like that. I'm waiting for more and more to come. I'm waiting to see where Bronny lands. If he lands with the Lakers or the Suns, I mean, I feel like one of those two teams are gonna get him. Um, Probably play with his dad, probably not. And then it'll be interesting to see if he doesn't land on the Lakers, if LeBron will leave the Lakers and go to the team that he's in. There was also rumors that Kevin Durant might go to the Rockets, but that was shut down. Like, that was not a real thing. And if it was, it wasn't, gonna happen anymore. I don't know how I felt about that. I felt like him staying in the Suns, will keep his chance of, getting another ring, playing alongside Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal. But him going to the Rockets have kind of been like, I don't know. It's the young guys. The young, they played good last season, but I don't know if it would have been enough, to be in the West. To be honest, against teams like the Nuggets, the Mavs, everybody else, Lakers, Timberwolves, Warriors. Also, another name that I almost forgot about, Jimmy Butler. I don't think he'll probably be in the Heat anymore. He may go and land on another team. The right team to get him will be good. I feel like they'll make a good push. But I feel like it'll kind of be the same story. Him being on the Heat, because it's just like, I don't think they'll really go far, especially with a healthy Giannis and Dame. Boston, who just did what they did, and I don't know how I was almost about to forget about this. If I would have left out of this podcast without talking about this, I would have been an L. The New York Knicks added Mikal Bridges, so now they're the Villanova boys basically. To be honest, that's crazy. I seen somebody say that they got a starting five of role players. I found that funny. But realistically speaking, and they got OG back, that's tough. So you got OG, you got Hart, DiVincenzo, Mikal Bridges, Jalen Brunson. That's gonna be tough. I feel like they'll definitely be a strong contender for the East. I would like to see a series between them and Boston for sure. Of course, we still got a long way to go, but just seeing the teams on paper and everything, that'll be a good matchup. New York versus Boston, always been like a rivalry kind of thing, even in baseball. But yeah, so the Nets are basically going into full rebuilding mode. And just 3-4 seasons ago, they had a crazy, trio. It's crazy how it changed for them. But now the Knicks, basically, Mikal Bridges went down the block, and now he's playing with the Knicks. I know Knicks fans are really hyped. I've seen a couple people that are Knicks fans hype. I mean, I would be hyped too, because I think Mikal Bridges as the number one option on the team wasn't going to work. But him behind Jalen Brunson and now playing with the guys who he was playing in college with, that's super duper tough. Now in the NBA, all together in the same team, that's tough. Like, I know their brotherhood, friendship is going to get stronger. Chemistry is going to be there for sure. And I definitely would probably want to even see the Knicks in person next season. Play whoever they play for a regular season game. So I feel like that was a great move, a great move. And the fact that they kept OG, they gave him the bag as well. Yeah, so that's really it. I wonder who the Warriors is willing to give up. I know CP3 is in there, Wiggins is in there, probably Looney. I'm not too sure. But the packages work differently depending on who we get back. I heard rumors that the Warriors was talking with the Bucks about Bobby Portis and giving them Wiggins and something like that. So it's just everything is up in the air. There's really no rush to it because literally the NBA season just finished. But of course, as a fan, you want to get that adrenaline rush. Who lands on your team, or who lands on the team that's in your conference. That way, if your team matches up good with them. And yeah, I mean that's all I could really say for now. Hopefully next week, by the time I come back up here, God willing, probably the NBA is totally different, as in guys in different teams looking differently, and yeah, so. I think we have another round of the NBA draft. Let's see how that goes. I think the Warriors got 52nd pick deep in the draft. They might use that, to trade for something, or I don't know. Let's just see. So much that could happen, but I just really wanted to touch on those topics because that's really what's been talked about at the moment. Yeah, that's really it for this episode. Make sure you subscribe, you like, you comment, you share this video. Check the description down below where I have my link for my Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. It's episode 118, and your boy Ssalcita is out.